Minister has made a larger point here where there is a lot of talk around this. We bring to you a ground reality. The fact of the matter is that 90% startups that are failing in India. And to shed more light on this, we take a look at what my colleague Pranav Kulkarni brings us. Over to you, Pranav.
Hi, Siesha. So yes, as you rightly said, the minister has actually lauded India's startup ecosystem, but then at the same time also said that there are certain areas, there are certain global areas that we as a startup nation need to focus on. We just took a look at some reports which really, point out at the reality of India's startup ecosystem. I'm just going to take you to some data across. One of the reasons, it was found that around 90 of the 100 startups that are created every year tend to fail. Some of the reasons behind that is these startups are created in areas where there is no market need. There is not really a demand for those areas. One of the other important reasons is lack of capital, because liquidity is an important aspect when it comes to running a business, and most of these startups end up failing to sell their ideas to potential investors. Lack of experience of founders is yet another reason, because most of the times people start their ideas and they don't really end up converting those ideas into businesses. Poor timing, for example, starting an idea at a time where there is no demand or requirement is yet another reason behind the failure of startups. So these are some of the reasons. Lack of adaptability, for example. Certain models which are created for different geographical reasons, if you try to replicate them in an Indian landscape, they end up failing. So we were going through these data points, and that is what showed us that the failure rate of startups in India is fairly high. In fact, there was a KPMG report which was released last year, which said that 20% of startups survive for more than 5 years, while only 8 of those 20 really managed to survive for the next 10 years. So that means that 12 of those 20 and a total of about 88 of the 100 startups that have started end up failing in a decade's time.
All right, Pranav, many thanks for getting us those details. All right. I'm not too sure if Himanshu and Rajat, are also joining us. I believe they have further details on the same.
Suesha, in this game of dare, I think who blinks first is the real question. But right now we have got a breaking news for you all. Rajat, what's the breaking news?
So the big breaking that we are getting right now, that the trade war has officially begun after China has slapped sweeping tariff as far as US imports are concerned. China has slapped 34% tariff on US, and one another aspect is that Trump has commented saying that he is open to negotiate for reducing the tariffs on China if China agrees to sell.
So that basically is a huge climb down from Donald Trump, and that's coming within hours of US imposing 34% of tariff. They are saying that if China approves the TikTok bill, then probably they will reduce the tariff. So definitely this is not the last word, but this will be interesting to watch. Who blinks first is something that the entire world is looking forward to. Thank you, Suesha.
All right, we now move on to our next trending story that has the internet talking. Fencer Stephanie Turner, who was disqualified from a women's tournament in Maryland after refusing to face an opponent she claimed is transgender. Turner took a knee in protest before the match and was shown a black card by an official, ending her tournament run. Tennis great and gay rights trailblazer Martina Navratilova has come out in support of her. Watch her tweet on your screens where she said, and I quote, "This is what happens when female athletes protest. Anyone here still thinks this is fair? I am fuming, and shame on USA Fencing. Shame on you for doing this." And time now for the hot trends in a zippy wheel. Astronauts on board the Fram2 mission have shared a stunning video showcasing their journey over the Bay of Bengal, offering a glimpse into the breathtaking scenery experienced during their space flight. The crew's passage from the Bay of Bengal to the Arctic highlights the vast and diverse landscapes visible from space. The Fram2 astronauts have also shared some incredible visuals from space, including a nostalgic look back at the launch pad where their groundbreaking journey to Earth's polar regions first took off. For the first time ever, astronauts have flown over Earth's poles, and they've even conducted the first ever X-ray imaging in space. The Crew Dragon capsule, aptly named Resilience, blasted off from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida on the 1st of April 2025, carrying 4 astronauts on an extraordinary journey. Microsoft's 50th anniversary celebration featured a unique conversation between CEO Satya Nadella, former CEOs Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer, and an unexpected interviewer co-pilot, the AI bot designed by Microsoft. The conversation shared on social media showcased co-pilot's witty jokes and one-liners as it playfully roasted the 3 CEOs.
Well, maybe co-pilot, you want to wrap it up by asking, or maybe giving us each an AI roast?
All right, Satya, let's spice it up. Steve, we'll start with you. Your enthusiasm is legendary. But do you ever worry that your energy might short-circuit the AI? I mean, even robots need a coffee break after your pep talks.
Come on, dude, if you can't handle me, you can't handle a huge percentage of the world's population.
Check out this insane footage of the Lake City tornado tearing through Arkansas. During a devastating 24-hour rampage, the twister that ripped through the town was caught on camera. Big changes coming to the Trump administration. President Donald Trump just revealed that his top advisor Elon Musk will likely be leaving his post in a few months. Trump praised Musk as fantastic, but acknowledged that the billionaire entrepreneur has a lot on his plate with companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and X. Speaking of Trump, his newly announced tariffs are indeed far-reaching, covering nearly every country, including the uninhabited Heard and McDonald Islands and Australian external territory in the sub-Antarctic region. As stated in a White House document released during Trump's tariff announcement, these islands will be subjected to a 10% tariff. Now, this is despite having no apparent exports or imports. Trump's tariffs have not just shaken up the global markets, but have also given rise to some hilarious memes. We have to show you some of them on your screens. A bizarre and disturbing incident unfolded at Amsterdam's iconic Dam Square on Thursday. A man set his car and himself on fire, leaving authorities to suspect a potential suicide attempt. The shocking scene was captured on camera by local media, showing a red car approaching the national monument before erupting into flames. It's a new season of IPL, and of course, like netizens say, Cameron never disappoints. IPL's new it girl, Aryapriya Bhuyan, became an overnight sensation after her reaction went viral during RR versus CSK's match. The internet was flooded with millions of reactions to Aryapriya's facial expression, which was all natural and to the point relatable when Dhoni was dismissed. However, there were mixed reactions, with many social media users pointing out at how artists struggle to gain traction on these platforms, whereas all of it that takes on for IPL cameramen to point at a pleasant face and boom, we have a viral sensation. The Phoenix Market City Mall in Kurla that was engulfed in thick smog as a blaze broke out in the mall. The incident was reported around 9:45 p.m. yesterday as the blaze started on the food court located on the first floor. Fortunately, there weren't any casualties or those who were injured. And moving on, as China just announced it's slapping a 34% tariff on all US imports starting the 10th of April. This move is a direct response to President Trump's decision to impose an additional 34% tariff on Chinese goods entering the US. I now have with me Himanshu and Rajat from the digital news floor to take us through these details and I believe further developments as well.
Suesha, when it comes to Donald Trump, be rest assured you won't be short of headlines. And the big headline that's coming right now is that Donald Trump has just said that if China okays that TikTok bill, probably they will reduce the tariff again. And this comes within hours of Donald Trump actually imposing a 34% of tariff, sending the entire global market in a free fall. Rajat, how do you see this?
So basically, this is what the world was fearing, that this is the beginning of a trade war, and exactly that is what happening. And also people were saying that Trump is using these tariffs as a negotiation tool, and that is what is being reflected in his statement, in which he says if China agrees to the sale of TikTok to American company, he's ready and open to negotiating tariffs as far as China is concerned.
And that's a huge climb down when you see like within hours China again coming back with 34% of tariff. So we have not seen the last of it. Within probably next few hours, 24 hours maybe, we'll see more from Trump right now. Suesha.
All right, Himanshu and Rajat, many thanks for getting us those details. And moving on, as veteran actor Manoj Kumar, famous for his iconic roles in patriotic films like Purab aur Paschim and Kranti, passed away at the age of 87 in Mumbai. Kumar was admitted to Kokilaben Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital, where he succumbed to heart-related complications. According to the hospital medical certificate, decompensated liver cirrhosis was cited as the secondary cause of death. A US Geological Survey flight captured some intense aerial footage of a volcano in action. The volcano was continuously spewing lava and smoke, with lava fountains reaching as high as 650 feet. The lava flow extended over 2,300 feet from its vent, making for a pretty dramatic sight. After 25 years, the iconic Indian soap opera Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi is all set to make a comeback. The show that catapulted Ekta Kapoor to fame is being revived as a limited OTT series, and the cherry on top is that it will feature the original cast, including Smriti Irani and Amar Upadhyay. President Donald Trump unveiled a new gold card that offers a fast track to permanent US residency for foreigners willing to invest $5 million. Watch how he flexes it. US President Donald Trump just made a splash in Miami, arriving at his Doral Golf Resort in style. He touched down on Marine One for a live golf event, and the grand entrance quickly went viral on social media. Wall Street experienced a massive downturn, with the top 500 stocks losing a staggering $2.4 trillion in market value overnight. The slump was triggered by US President Donald Trump's announcement of reciprocal tariffs on the country's trading partners. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk were among the biggest casualties, with their combined fortunes taking a $74 billion hit. Meanwhile, economists are criticizing the White House's approach, saying the formula used to calculate the tariffs is overly simplistic and unlikely to achieve its goal of eliminating US trade deficits. In fact, many experts argue that this goal doesn't even make sense. US government has banned American personnel in China from having romantic or sexual relationships with Chinese citizens. This directive issued by the Trump administration applies to diplomats, family members, contractors with security clearances. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has had a bit of a mishap at a mining and energy union conference. After receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, he took a tumble while posing for a picture. But being the pro he is, he laughed it off, smiled and raised his hands to the audience to show he was okay. RJ Mahavash says, I am very much single. I don't understand the concept of marriage. This amid dating rumors with Yuzvendra Chahal. Annamalai confirms stepping down as BJP chief says, we will choose next president unanimously. Embarks on a 140 kilometers Padyatra to Lord Dwarkadhish's temple in Jamnagar, Gujarat, demonstrating his devotion. Pictures are going viral after Dhirendra Shastri and Baba Bageshwar joined him in this sacred walk. Scientists at Northwestern University have developed the world's smallest pacemaker that can fit inside the tip of a syringe and be non-invasively injected into a body. Measuring just 1.8 millimeters in width, 3.5 millimeters in length and 1 millimeter in thickness, the tiny device is smaller than a grain of rice but still manages to deliver as much stimulation as a full-sized pacemaker. And well, in a clash of titans, Lucknow all set to take on Mumbai in their home turf, Ekana Cricket Stadium. The local favourites led by Rishabh Pant are keen on securing a win against Hardik Pandya-led Mumbai squad. Out of the times both sides have played against each other, Lucknow has had the upper edge with 5 victories, while Bengaluru only has 1. The outcome of this match will not only give the winning team a chance to revive themselves but also set the tone for the rest of the season, making all the more pertinent to make no errors after winning the toss. The side winning the toss is likely to choose to bowl first, given the nature of the wicket, which was relayed ahead of the 2023 ODI World Cup. This has resulted in a pitch that favours batting. Expectations will be on top players like Trent Bolt and Rohit Sharma to bring it home for the Mumbai squad. Meanwhile, Lucknow star players Nicholas Puran and Mitchell Marsh would want to use home advantage to secure a consecutive victory. And I have my colleague Rakshita joining us. With that, it's time for us to wrap this edition as I leave you with these pictures of integrated ISR and firing by rising star gunners as they showcase their innovation and synergy. Watch these pictures as I say goodbye.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.